I'm Jeff Myers, and welcome to Elgin Today. On this edition.
Yes, our Elgin Today show this time will start with a busy night on Saturday, October 21st for the 7th annual Nightmare on Chicago Street. We'll get a chance to talk with this lady behind the mask. That's Councilmember Tish Powell. We will see the newly refurbished Chesborough Fieldhouse at Elgin High School as Athletic Director Paul Pennington shows us the new floor, the scoreboard, and new bleachers. Elgin photographer Gil Feliciano talks about his community-driven photo exhibit at the Gail Borden Library as part of Hispanic Heritage Month in Elgin. The Mayor David Captain segment comes from just outside the offices of the Downtown Neighborhood Association, as the mayor's guest will be the new executive director of the DNA, Jennifer Fukala. 2 honorary street designations were unveiled in downtown Elgin on Saturday, October 21st, named for 2 well-known Elgin residents.
We'll have these stories and more from Nightmare on Chicago Street starting now.
That's right, let's open up with a walk through the Nightmare on Chicago Street, which took place on Saturday, October 21st, just like a movie set, as they say right here. Now, the crowd was large and those lines were long. Everyone here seems to be having a good time. Now, we had a chance to talk it over with a lady wearing a mask.
We've got a very special guest right here. How are you?
I am wonderful. This is one of our signature events. It has become one of our signature events here in Elgin. It is just great to see so many people downtown Elgin, and the weather has cooperated with us yet again.
Amazing, isn't it?
And it's wonderful for our downtown businesses. So, welcome to all the folks that are here. Have fun, be safe, and celebrate Halloween.
She's our mystery council member with this mask on. I like it. It's a great mask. It's a great outfit.
Thank you.
You look delightful with that.
Thank you.
It's a wonderful.
And I see the zombies didn't get you.
Well, not yet, but the evening's young.
That's good.
I'm not, but the evening's young.
A couple tried to get me, but I got away from them. So
See, it was a mask.
I'm excited.
Thanks, Tish Powell, and nice costume. Let's hear from this couple we caught up with.
Rafael Diaz.
And who you with?
With my wife, Celeste Espinoza.
And you guys from Elgin having a great time?
Yes, we are having a blast.
It's fun to be at Nightmare, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Something different.
How'd you hear about it?
Well, I mean, we live here, but we've been hearing about it for the last 2 years, and it's been getting crazy. So it's nice, yeah.
It's a lot of people here, isn't it?
Oh yeah, thousands of people here.
Well, we appreciate you coming out. You like living in Elgin, don't you?
Yes, we do. Elgin is the best. I love
How about
it.
you, my dear?
I do. I like it a lot.
All right, and I'll pronounce you Lady in City. All right?
Yeah.
You heard it here first. Congratulations. Thanks for coming out.
And lastly, let's get a thought from an out-of-towner who came to Nightmare on Chicago Street 2017.
Cora Churro,
And you're from?
Belvedere.
You're having a good time?
Amazing time. Best experience ever, hands down.
That's great. How'd you hear about this event?
Honestly, someone tagged me on Facebook. They didn't even come tonight, but I'm living the dream.
We're excited to get a chance to talk it over with the athletic director for Elgin High School because we are where, Paul Pennington?
We are at Elgin High School, Chesborough Fieldhouse.
Oh, brand new. This is exciting.
It is exciting. Back in May is when we started the renovation, and we just got it turned over last week.
Well, as we talked with you, it was all summer long. You were following. It took 140 days, did it not?
It was right at 140 days.
To make this work. Now let's talk about what we're seeing. Of course, the original gym would start with the 72-73 school year, would it not?
Correct. If I have my dates correct, we had 2 different types of surfaces. Well, the same surface, but 2 different replacements. Yeah. So it's a rubber surface. This is a wood surface, hardwood surface.
EHS was so well known for that rubberized surface, but when you tore it up, there was like old mercury in it, wasn't there?
That's what they tell us. I couldn't see that process. There was a whole abatement process where they had to take it apart and not let us have any of it. I don't have any to give away, nothing I could save.
Nothing for the Elgin Sports Hall of Fame?
No, nothing I could save of the floor, but we did salvage a couple of pieces of the bleachers, and that'll be nice to reminisce on.
Oh, so historic this is. Now the floor is conventional in the wood.
It is. It's 2 different types of grades. So we have a lower grade or a 3rd grade wood that shows more of the detail of the wood. Mm-hmm. And then on the playing surface, the competition floor, it's more flawless. It's got a blonder look, a cleaner look for our competition.
Great. The bleachers, brand new.
Bleachers are brand new, so the time that it takes to pull out and set up is probably half that time.
You just push a button?
We just push a button.
Wow.
Just push a button, everything telescopes out, and then the handrails, they just turn and they're ready to go.
Our seating capacity not affected at all, is it?
Maybe a little less, 100 less, but we're about almost 2,500 capacity.
Wonderful. And you got other spacious for standing room only.
We do. When we have Elgin Larkin or we host a regional or sectional, we will have standing room.
This question, as we talk with you now, has come up a lot. The banners will return, won't they?
Yes, the banners will return. Those are being cleaned by
banners,
the school banners. That's a trademark of our field house.
They go back to what, 02, 05?
04.
04. I knew we were somewhere in there. That's wonderful. And you now, the scoreboard, talk about that.
Okay, so the scoreboard is something that was outside of the capital project. So putting something new on top of new, that was going to be replaced. So that is a new scoreboard. It's a little wider and a little shorter than the old one, but a nice upgrade for the field house to go along with the floor and the bleachers.
You even have kind of a new press row now, don't you?
Yeah, if you look up at the top, there's a media platform for all of our
That's great.
press covering our games, Elgin Larkin games, regional, sectional.
Thank you, we'll say, for Ben Erickson and Jeremy Hayes. Did we leave anything out? This is so exciting to be in the early moments of this completed venue.
No, I think we got new lighting, we've got new paints, we got new bleachers, new floor. Everything is ready and set up for our students to be able to take advantage and play on this surface.
You had a pep assembly here before a football game recently, didn't you?
We did. Our homecoming assembly was Friday. Our students were magnificent, and for them to be able to see this en masse like that for the first time was really awesome.
Were they peeking in the door a lot?
A few of them did. A few of them, we have class up in the balcony and they peeked down too, but they were really excited about that.
It'll be a great moment for the legends like Jim Harrington to return and see this as well.
Yes, I can't wait for all of our alumni to come back. This is for them, this is for our current students, and this is also for our future.
And EHS has got alumni all over the country and globe. They've been excited following your progress with those photos and other things.
Yeah, it's been great to connect alumni with this. I wish they could come back and see this, and they're invited back anytime. All they have to do is contact me and we'll make that happen.
Could have an alumni game, couldn't we, Elgin Larkin?
We could. We can talk about that.
All right. Well, the Bells are with us right now as far as we're concerned, but we're excited about this. Paul Pennington, you're in your 7th year as the athletic director here. You're a class of 91 Elgin High. This must make you swell with pride to see this.
It is. It's a lot of pride. Proud of this school, proud of our students. Thankful that U46 could put up this kind of project. We're just grateful for that experience.
Well, the bells have rung, and I don't have a hall pass, so I better get going, huh, Paul?
That's right. Don't be late. Don't be late.
Thanks for talking to us. Exciting news right here. The brand new gym, that field house that we call right here at EHS. Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.
Gil Feliciano, local Elgin area photographer. And what we're seeing today here is a photo exhibit called Nuestra Casa, part of the celebration here at the library for Hispanic Heritage Month. And what the project entailed was a covering of 6 or 7 families, and we were given and charged with the task of what is it about their home that makes it their home. And it could be an inanimate object. Some of them it was a person, some of them were activities. They got to decide what was important, what was the heart of their home, and particularly here in Elgin, what makes Elgin their home. So I was given the opportunity, the very rare and privileged opportunity, to meet with these folks and enter their own private personal world and photograph them the best I could in terms of what I saw was important to them. With Elisa Lara, one of the things that she felt was probably the most important and what really made it home for her, especially here in Elgin, was St. Francis Park. It also holds a meaning to me because, of course, that's where I was born back when there was a hospital there. So I met with her at the park. I asked her if what she used to do there and why it was special to her. She, of course, said that she used to play kickball, she used to have lunch there, she used to ride bicycles. So we went to the park and really had a great time with the kickball even to try to recreate some of that fun that she had as a kid. I enjoyed shooting her. I enjoyed some of the pensive moments that you could tell she had as she was looking through the park, as well as just some of the fun, riding a bicycle and just looking at her past as she recounted in her mind all the fun things that she had and why it is that it's so special to her. You know, I was approached by the library to do the event, and frankly, I was so excited about the opportunity to shoot a lifestyle type of exhibit. And so I jumped on it. The difficulty, of course, is that none of it is staged. None of it is, with a lot of heavy production. I just went to their house, took a few minutes to get to know them a little bit, which is really a key portion, because after all, they are letting me into their personal, private space. And with as much sensitivity as I had to just simply get in there, shoot photographs that reflected their feelings and their hearts. And I didn't know what I was going to expect. I just went in there with the camera, went in there with some ideas, and just on the spot, with their help, I think I was able to capture some of what was important to them.
It was also a special moment for photographer Gil Feliciano as he gathers with his wife and family in front of the great photo display. Earlier in the day, Elgin Mayor David Captain spoke, and he would tell us this about the day.
I talked a little bit about home and what it means to have a home. And people came here, they picked a house, they identified their home, and Gil Feliciano did a wonderful job of posing some pictures of the inside of people's houses, and they picked Elgin as their home. So I think that's really significant for this community, and Gil wrote some great words, good opportunity to come down and share some time with the Hispanic community and to enjoy a day.
Hi, this is Lieutenant Bedard out here at Fire Station number 2 at our open house. You can probably tell by looking at me, it's been raining today. I'm a little wet. But you know what? The city was fantastic. They showed up despite the rain. We lost a few fun things. Our helicopter couldn't land and a few events, but it was really good. And we're looking forward to our last big event here. And if you were out here, you know how much fun we had anyways. And next year, maybe you'll want to come out and visit us. Okay, you just witnessed our fire explorers put out a mock fire in a drill tower. We charged it with smoke. So the first person is the officer. They walk around the buildings, the same thing we do for a real fire. They're looking for potential rescue. Where's the fire located? Are there particular hazards with that house that you may not see from the front? So the officer always walks around the building, identifies the hazards and the needs. In this case, that officer gave the command to take a hose line to the side door. They forced another door. They went in, and one company effected the extinguishing of the fire, and you saw them put water out the window. We do that for a reason. There's no fire obviously outside the window, but that hose pattern ejects a great deal of smoke very quickly, the fastest way possible. The other company set a ladder up and effected a rescue out the second floor. They did what we call a vent enter search. They broke the window, they went in, they found the victim and took the victim out right away through that window and down the ladder.
Time right now for our segment with Mayor David Captain. Mayor, you've got us outside on a sunny day.
Jeff, we're up on a roof, a beautiful day with Jennifer Facala. We're down at the Downtown Neighborhood Association and want to talk to Jennifer about her new job. And I think the first thing we want to find out is exactly where she came from.
All right.
And how did she migrate to the downtown?
You got me on tenterhooks. Executive Director you are. Well, tell us all about that.
Hello. Well, I actually was born and raised in the area. I lived in South Elgin, but went to school in Elgin. And, back in the day, South Elgin was pretty small, so we always say we came to Elgin for everything.
Yeah.
And, fast forward later in 2009, I purchased a house on the near west side. So I actually lived just a couple blocks outside of downtown Elgin. And that was a really has been a really fun experience for myself and my son, having the downtown area be so close and, all of the wonderful activities that are available down here.
And you love that neighborhood, don't you?
I do love that neighborhood, and that's actually how I got my start in being involved in Elgin, was fighting to make my neighborhood a better place and, taking up causes there. And that eventually led to the opportunity to do this full-time and work for Downtown Neighborhood Association.
And Mayor and Jennifer, the Kimball House was a key factor for you, wasn't it?
Yes, the Kimball House was a project that I initiated several years back, partnered with the Historic Society Museum to come up with a great plan to save that building. And the building is in the process of rehabilitation to eventually be used as a small-scale museum space and community meeting space that will be available for opportunities like educational programming and community groups to meet and use it.
Wonderful community project that's become, hasn't it?
It sure has, and Jennifer's experiences in the Near West neighbors helped her get the job down here, and I think that was important. She learned to work with people, a diverse group of people. She worked with neighborhood housing services. They did a couple of neighbor works programs over there, and she was very instrumental in doing that. And it really shows a dedication to fixing up a community, working to make a community better, and that's what we're really really some of the part of her resume when she came down here that helped her get the position at the Downtown Neighborhood Association. We have a number of things going on downtown here in this month, and Winter Wonderland is coming up. Tell us a little bit about that, and what can we expect?
That's always exciting.
Sure, Winter Wonderland, that's downtown Elgin's signature family holiday event. And really what it's about is, inviting everybody to come down and make some memories here in downtown Elgin with friends and family. There's so many people around town that remember things about downtown Elgin, and this is an opportunity to make some new memories. So
it's wonderful. Now, DuPage Court on that day, December 2 to 6ish, is it not? Your DuPage Court and
yes.
Art Space?
Yes, 2 to 6. We are shutting down the street on Spring Street from.
How are you having, my dear? Nice work, Mayor.
There we go.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, we are closing the street from Chicago Street down to Fulton. It will be centered around DuPage Court. We are going to be utilizing the indoor space at Art Space for a winter market that we will be continuing throughout the winter, actually, on twice a month on Saturdays. But this will be the kickoff event for that at Winter Wonderland. So we're going to have reindeer. We're going to have activities planned that are family friendly for the kids at all the area businesses, particularly centered around that location on Spring Street. And there will be, entertainment and singing and all kinds of great holiday activities.
And it all ties together. The city, of course, the police department has their open house, all kinds of fun.
Absolutely, and we try to tie as many events together so that people can enjoy a full afternoon. The Choral Union usually does a concert or something, and we try to.
I think you're singing this year, aren't you?
I probably will be. Yeah.
Right.
We a couple of things have happened in the last 2 or 3 weeks. I think they're important that we just touch on a little bit. One is the Nightmare on Chicago Street that we've done for the past few years. We did a show on that not too long ago with Barbara Koselica, and we had kind of an unveiling. It's called an art harvest. And we had the City of Elgin, through the Cultural Arts Commission, is funding art in our downtown. And we have a couple of sculptures that have been added, and we have a mural. So maybe Jennifer can talk a little bit about how those are being received, and what do downtown businesses see? And do they see this as something that they would like to see more of in downtown?
The ones near Hemmons, the one picture there, the painting with the hands, has been up for a while. That's great, isn't it?
Yes, it's very beautiful. I think it really adds some new interest to the space over there. And then also the sculpture along the Riverside Promenade. I think it encourages people to use the promenade more regularly, and to take in the art, as well as biking through there and things like that. And all of that really just helps the businesses by bringing people down here and helping them experience a variety of things while they're here.
No question about it, Mayor.
And Jeff, that was part of the original design when we did the design for the promenade. We left a couple spaces set aside, and they were, I would call them points of interest, whether they're going to be a sculpture or a fountain, and we just left it as a blank, and we let time determine what's going to go in there. The sculptures are on loan, I guess, to us for a couple years, and the artist will get them back. Wow. And the mural.
Some of them are real heavy, aren't they?
They're quite heavy.
Can you lift them?
I don't know about that. I'm probably not far enough to get them But I think those are the kind of things that help change a community, and it really plays into our reputation now as the arts center of the northwestern suburbs.
Jennifer and Mayor, also the Riverside Drive had a great year out there as well.
It did, and a number of things, and I would hope that we will build off of those. And it got people downtown. People that have maybe never been here, came from other communities, came down. We had the little beer festival. That was a fundraiser.
You were a server, did well.
I did well, yeah. Well, that's one of the things that I can do, Jeff. And I stand on the other side and do pretty well over there, too. But one of the things that I think that's part of what the Downtown Neighborhood Association does is bring people downtown. And Jennifer maybe has some vision here, what she plans to do in the next year, and maybe she can give us a little insight as to what she's thinking about.
All right, Jennifer. We're being attacked by a bug right now, but we're fine. I'll take them over for a while.
Yes, I mean, really, it's like the mayor said, it's about positive community building events that encourage the businesses to participate as well as the public. So what we're trying to do is, have some signature events that DNA sort of owns ourselves and space them out throughout the year so that we're filling gaps in the calendar to make sure that we're getting even coverage of bringing bringing people to the downtown area on weeks when there might not be something else going on. But it's also about partnering with some of the great organizations down here that are hosting events themselves to help those events be even bigger and more successful, and just really foster that community collaboration, because that's really how events become the most successful. Is it takes a village to build them.
That's great. How exciting it must have been that Tuesday in September when you started the new job.
Yeah, I mean, this has been such a wonderful change for me. I recognized that what I was doing in my personal time fighting for the community was extremely fulfilling, and I was just really absolutely delighted to have the opportunity to do that full time, and there's really nothing that I'd rather do. So yeah,
it was exciting. It's like the Cubs calling up a relief pitcher that works.
There we go. If we can find, if we could have found one, yeah. One thing that I really believe in, and I pass this on to Jennifer, and it's been kind of guided me as in my job as mayor, is I can't make businesses be successful. I can't cook for them. I can't run their business. But what the city's obligation is to create a foundation, and a strong foundation, and create the ability for them to be successful. What they do with those gifts that we give them, is up to them. And we've done that in the downtown. We revitalize this to spend tens of millions of dollars down here to the streetscape, and we create a platform for them to become successful. And I would hope that the DNA carries on that tradition. And people leave, they come, they go, and it doesn't upset me. It's just part of a process, and it's what our job is to do the best we can so that give them the tools to be successful.
Well, these are certainly exciting times. We're down to about 60 seconds. Have we forgotten anything?
Really just that, what I'm looking to do with DNA is to create a support system for the businesses, to have that be seen as an asset for having your business down here versus having it somewhere else. And so that's what we're going to do in the next year.
Great words, don't you think, Mayor?
I think so, yep. And we look forward to working with Jennifer, and we have, we're looking forward to some good things. And I think we build on the successes that we have. People have asked about the nightmare on Chicago Street. Should we make it big, or should we keep? And you get to a point where that doesn't work anymore, and it starts to collapse on itself. It's such a tremendous project for us to put this together. Yeah. And what do we find that's successful? And I always believe in every year you change things up a little bit. Sure. And 10%, try something new. And if it doesn't work, you can always go back and do what you did before. But it's always good to have some new thoughts and new ideas, and bring in new people, and create some new ideas and a vision.
Spoken like a mayor, David Captain.
Thank you.
Jennifer Bacala, it was our delight to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Again, we'll see everybody December 2 to 6. We'll just have all kinds of holiday fun, won't we?
Yes, visit elginwinterwonderland.com for more details on that event.
Oh, you're a professional. From the rooftop we are. Thanks, Mayor. Thanks, Jennifer. From Downtown Neighborhood Association, you saw the fun we had. We'll see you next time.
It's Saturday, October 21st. Crowd is gathering for the first of two ceremonies honoring two well-known Elgin residents with their own honorary street designations. The first took place at the northeast corner of Highland and Douglas. And City Council member Rose Martinez has more information about this great day.
An honorary street naming of Judge Manuel Barbosa, somebody who has served this community not only locally, but at a state and federal level as well. Manny, even though he could live anywhere, Judge Barbosa has decided to stay here in Elgin, and that just shows his commitment and his love for the city. Manny Barbosa, Judge Barbosa the Honorable, is somebody who is an example, at least to me, somebody who has shown me how to be respectful, responsible, and dignant in what we do, serving the community.
And 30 minutes or so later, at the southwest corner of Highland and Douglas, another honorary street naming to a lifelong Elgin resident.
I'm very happy to be known as an Elginite. It's an honor, because this city is so blessed with its cultural stuff. The river, it's always a better town if you got a river. And the symphony, the choral union, which I'm a member of, children's theater, youth symphony, all these things don't just happen. And they don't happen in other cities. Aurora doesn't have this kind of stuff. I mean, it's just a real pleasure to be called an Elgin.
Friday, October 20th, the Thriller was won by Larkin football-wise 18-14 in a game that saw the teams wear different colored socks. Maroons wore pink for breast cancer awareness, and the Larkin Royals were clad in a different color as well.
All right, hey everyone, how you doing? Detective Vega here, School Resource Officer at Larkin High. So tonight our boys are wearing purple socks. Now we're the Royals, usually wear royal blue, but we're doing Domestic Violence Awareness Month for this game. So the police department sponsored the socks, and also our cheerleaders are wearing purple bows, and we also got purple ribbons on the back. So we, this past Monday, Vanessa Body, EPD social worker, and I spoke with the team. We talked about domestic violence. Some of the people on the team shared their stories, and it was just a powerful message that we sent to them, and they sent back to us. So it was real cool. So tonight they're wearing that, and good luck to them tonight.
For the Maroons and EHS, it was a big day as Channel 7 earlier had done a part of their morning news show from Memorial Field, as we hear from the EHS's new principal.
It was an exciting day for our students. They were so happy to be a part of Channel 7's news flyover. It was just amazing. Roz Varon, she really interacted with our students so well. She was very personable to the entire student body, as well as the parents that were there, as well as the staff. So I was really, really pleased with the turnout.
Our final story this time for the November show, we talk it over with Chef Jeff Turner from In the Neighborhood Deli. You, young man, when I think of November, I always think of Thanksgiving, but also your community meal.
Yes, every year we do community dinner on Thanksgiving Day, the First United Methodist Church. It's a fantastic day. I mean, we get so many people that come in, so many volunteers, so many partners that help financially. It's just a great day. And, you know, since we've started it, it's helped us build more community dinners over the years.
Well, you've been doing it for almost a decade now. And, of course, this summer you had that barbecue, didn't you?
Yeah, that was our fourth. When we started the Thanksgiving dinner, my goal was to do 4 a year. And we've achieved that. As of August 26th, we did our first community barbecue at Carlton Rogers Park. We saw just over 600 people.
Wow, we were there. It was a great day, no doubt about it. Now, remind everybody, this is for all the community.
This is for anybody. Over the years, we've evolved the dinners from dinners for the less fortunate to true community dinners, where the entire community comes together. Any walk of life, it just doesn't matter. We just want to bring people together and have a great time, share a meal, and, you know, meet new people.
You always do so well with that. I have about a minute left of our conversation now. You get great help from the city.
Oh, always we get help from the city. They help with the trash removal, and, you know, they've always been a big partner in this with us. We get city volunteers. You know, the Hemmans always helps us. Butch helps us with the drinks and everything. The city's a big part of it.
And your volunteers are wonderful here for you, aren't they?
Oh, they're always, we end up getting calls for about 200 volunteers. I mean, it's crazy every year.
And about 2,000 cookies you have, don't you?
Just about that many. We have a lot of desserts.
Jeremy Hayes Collection, we call it.
Right.
We're going to get out here. Our time on that Thanksgiving Day is?
This year we extended an hour. It's 11 to 3.
Wow.
So volunteer shifts usually start about 9. We'll be out of there by 4. But the dinner itself, 11 to 3.
Do I have pie?
Oh, you have pie.
All right.
Lots of pie.
Pie?
Yes.
You heard it. Community meal, Thanksgiving from 11 to 3. Chef Jeff, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
We'll see you for pie.
You can learn more about the information you saw here in Elgin today or about city services, programs, and events by going to the Elgin website at www.cityofelgin.org. And now the City of Elgin has a 311 contact center. Elgin 311. Call, click, connect by calling 311, the city's information and request resource. For everyone here at Elgin today, I'm Jeff Myers. We'll see you next time.